Hi, Sag. This is going to be your love message from August 3rd through the 5th. It's good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Sagittarius. As always, please keep in mind this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading, so it won't resonate with everyone that watches. It will resonate with whomever this story fits for and who needs to hear it the most. If you would like a private reading that's personal and just for you, the link to my website to schedule is in the description below. I actually have several openings next week. But I would get into my schedule now, or you might have to wait till the end of the month. I'll be moving in the middle of the month, but I do have availability next week. Also on my other channel, Soma Chandra, sometime in the next couple of days, I'll be probably doing another reading for you guys. It's just oracle messages, or I might drop one down here. This is meant to be about a romantic relationship, but it could be a family relationship or even a friend, although I do see that marriage is involved and party of one, so it does look pretty relationshipy. If you're new to this channel, welcome, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for Libra, Sagittarius, and sometimes Cancer on this channel, but I read for all 12 zodiac signs on my other channel, Soma Chandra. The link to that channel is in the description below. I'm sorry that the cards are all laid out. I was recording it and dropping all the cards live excuse me, and the feed was disrupted. Someone called me. I apologize, you guys. So I'm just going to go through what I have because I had gotten everything out of my Arrows of Love Oracle deck. And some of the Oracle cards might resonate, but not all. I dropped several because it's a general reading and I want to encompass everyone. I got Interference, Fire in My Soul, Inspiration, but Lip Service and Party of One. So there could have been interference in this relationship, like family members, friends, a third party thing, or you feel like there's been interference. Yes, someone felt a real fire in their soul, but this is you, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign. You're wanting inspiration at this point. I think up until now, there's been lip service in a relationship, and now you're like, I'm a party of one. I think this is you because you showed me the Fool. Yeah. Um, from the Illumination Oracle deck, I have Navigate Carefully, Marriage. So, marriage or family could be involved or could have been on the table between you and your person or someone else. Rejection, someone's feeling rejected. This card kills me every time. This little boy, I hope it's not you feeling this way. So, there are some feelings of rejection and there are obstacles ahead. You will need to navigate carefully. Your feelings might need to be considered. Someone else's feelings might need to be considered. Yeah, even if it was just lip service, someone is still feeling rejected. This reading actually looks really good. You guys have been in such a tough energy for quite some time, for months and months and months. And I finally feel like you're at a turning point. And the reason for that is because the Wheel of Fortune is here in the upright. You are at a turning point. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright for me is a Sagittarius energy. It is expansion, very much so. And I feel like there's a lot of ups and downs, but you're finally moving in a direction that you feel good about, just letting things play out, going with the flow, playing out a destiny that I think you finally probably feel comfortable with, or that at least is supported by the divine. The challenge is this Three of Swords. So here's the obstacles, here's the rejection, here's the lip service, maybe. So there's been pain and heartbreak in this situation. But I like the way you're seeing yourself. I feel like whatever's going down here between you and your person, if it's the same energy I've been picking up on for months now, I think you're finally getting to a constructive turning point. This could be new energy that's come into the collective as well. You see yourself as the world. So, doing a lot of life review, ready to start new cycles, feeling that ascension. You could be at a distance from a person. You could be considering traveling, relocating. You're feeling a sense of belonging at this point, knowing that as a cycle completes, the world is now at your fingertips. It's a completion that you feel good about. It could also mean that you feel very far away from a dream, but you are paused between one cycle and the next, and it's a very balanced feeling. The way you're feeling in this situation, goodness, I want to bottle this and sell it. The world, you feel the star and you feel judgment. So the star comes after the tower where everything is blown apart. The star is where we feel positive and motivated and free and healed. We feel a sense of purpose again. Sometimes it means we want renewal with another person, but the star is about healing from within, finding your purpose, and feeling good. Everyone wants to be around a star. This is, you could be connecting to an Aquarius possibly, or you have Aquarius in your chart. This might even be your North Node, calling to you. You also feel judgment. You might have to pass judgment in this situation at a real crossroads now. At this turning point, having this completion, it's like, where do we go from here? I won't ignore the inner calling. I feel the renewal of the star, and you feel the rebirth from within. You're going to use your best judgment moving forward. Clearly, you have a huge choice to make, and I think that feeling positive and healed and free is something you're not going to let go of, which I like. What you're really feeling in this situation, the Fool to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and I make note of the way he looks here. I often associate the Fool with Sagittarius. It's usually Aries, but I consider the Fool Aries, Gemini, Libra, or Sag, the lighter hearted signs. You have a total beginner's mindset. And I think what you're doing here, Sagittarius, is leaving behind. I'm hoping this is what you're doing. I'll interpret this a couple ways because it's a general reading. I think you're leaving behind a cycle that was really unproductive, where you were stuck. You might even have gotten bored. You could not finish what you started in this situation. There was just this feeling of just not going anywhere. You were going in circles. And this Fool has his flower, his backpack, and he's just going to leave this behind. I also think it's possible that if this is new cycles you're starting in your life, you might be having a hard time setting up a good routine. You might be focused more on self-discipline. You're just trying to have a beginner's mindset. The Fool is not at all ready for a steady routine. He's just started. He's feeling very carefree, this little person here. So you might not be ready for a steady routine, or you might be struggling with that at this point. You really just want to stay at the beginning and keep things light and carefree. Very much so. That's what you want moving forward. Because when I have the World and the Fool here together in the upright with the Wheel of Fortune, at least most of what you're doing is supported by the divine. Even if you were the one that did the lip service, and anything like that, none of us are perfect, okay? You look like you're starting new cycles, heading in a direction that you want. The action you want to take towards this person, the Hierophant in reverse, the Hierophants come out for you guys a lot, and it's come out in the upright mostly. It's finally in the reverse. The Hierophant in reverse to the Five of Wands in reverse. Now, the most positive way I can interpret these cards is you really don't want to fight. You want to avoid tension at this point. You might have some inner conflict moving forward, but this is conflict avoidance. The Five of Wands speaks to a group dynamic, and the Hierophant speaks to commitment, community, playing by the rules. It is a marriage card, but it is a card of having to play by the laws that we live by. So this could be pressure from family, friends, this huge sense of obligation that's created a lot of tension and competition and a battle of wills. If you're getting out of a commitment of any kind, I think this is kind of your way of saying to this person, look, I know what I want, okay? I feel free. The world is at my fingertips. I definitely want to start a new journey. You might be leaving a job behind that was unproductive. Some of you might be skipping off and skipping out of obligation, but I guess that's just what you need to do. I think you're saying, let's not fight. I'm not doing the tension thing. We do not need to listen to what the rest of the world says moving forward. I need to do what I need to do. Make sure that you don't cling to old ways. It is possible that you're staying or getting yourself into an unconventional relationship just so that you don't have tension with a person. Don't do that to yourself, but I don't think that's what you're doing based on these other cards. You seem really solid here. I think you might be breaking a contract and marching to the beat of your own drum because you're not going to do all this tension. And you're not going to deal with flying monkeys, family members, your community, and people around you telling you what to do. You feel positive. You're free. You're the star. You're the Fool. You're the world. And I really like that for you. The way you're seeing your person, I think you see them as a little conflicted here. Ace of Swords in reverse to the Four of Cups. So the Ace of Swords in reverse is sometimes where we rethink an idea. We have clouded judgment. This person might have cut you off or cut you out in some way, or they're having a hard time having a breakthrough and having mental clarity. And they seem to sort of be sitting and reevaluating something. So this person, in your opinion, is a little stuck. They're doing some emotional reevaluation, rethinking, moving forward. They might be struggling with clarity. So I think that they just need to sit. The wheel is a lot. This heartbreak is a lot. And you seem so solid. They, I think, are having a little bit of a harder time with this cycle. The way they see themselves is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this person does want to drift away. They're clearly disappointed by something. They do feel the need to withdraw it and abandon a situation and escape it. But they might be feeling some emotional indecision. They might think about trying one more time. They're like, should I walk away? Should I turn back around? I don't know. This person is struggling with maybe some abandonment issues. They might lack some emotional maturity to a degree. They're trying to walk away from the past and leave it in the past, but they struggle with that. It's hard to walk off into the distance, into the night, into nothing but your raw emotions, which is the moon, all alone. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. The way they feel about you, Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands in reverse. This person cares about you. They do feel a unification with you. They definitely have love for you of some kind. They want to have a heart to heart. They want to make it very clear face to face how they feel, but they also feel the need to release a heavy burden. They feel as though they've been doing it all and they've been carrying this burden alone. And they just need to release it. And they may talk to you about that in the next couple of days. Like, I care about you, but we have got to put these burdens down, or I've got to put my own burdens down in order to feel connected, in order to at least have a productive conversation. If this is a new relationship, because it might be with the World, the Fool, and I do have a page here, they might feel a strong connection to you, but this person might still be hanging on to some stuff from their past. Just FYI, if it's a new person coming into your life, but it doesn't seem to be based on the oracle cards. The action they want to take towards you, Six of Cups in reverse to the Chariot in reverse. This person is lacking in some playfulness. This person might be a person that you've known for a long time, and if even if they're a newer person in your life, they're living in the past to a degree. They are haunted by the past. They are concerned about burned bridges. They might want some forgiveness, or they, when they recall, they can't recall the happy times without it haunting them. And with the Chariot in reverse, there could be a Cancer involved. Children could be involved. This person is having a hard time moving forward. They feel a little aimless at this point, probably because they're clinging to the past. I can see that they are. With the Eight of Cups here in reverse and the Six of Cups, they're having a hard time walking away towards the future because they are haunted by the past with you, or even just within themselves. They don't have a lot of direction. They're having a hard time propelling themselves forward towards anything with victory or success or determination. Um, it's almost like an unfinished business kind of feeling, like I can't move forward because I am haunted by the past. I see that you guys are still at a turning point, though, but this person is a little stuck. Yeah, they're a little stuck. So I know that you just want to get out of this situation, but if this is a person that you've known a long time that you care about, hopefully this will give you some insight into how they really feel. They might need some kind of closure. They might, but, or either that or they just can't move forward. They might even be procrastinating. Like, wait a minute, what do I really want? I don't know what I really want. You might be trying to offer them a solution, or they just don't know what they want here. Yeah, and they can't really move forward. The way they see you, King of Wands to the Six of Pentacles. So if this is a masculine, they felt a strong attraction to you. They kind of want your attention. The King of Wands does love, but he leads with passion. But you could be the King of Wands. I show up as a King of Wands and an Emperor in my own personal tarot readings from my psychic all the time. So you're showing a lot of mastery here. In your person's opinion, You are kind of mastering the suit of wands here with the King of Wands. You are taking the lead. You are a grand visionary. You're going to put yourself first. The King of Wands is pretty single. He'll commit, but he puts himself first. So does the Queen of Wands. You want long-term success. You're confident. You're passionate. You want excitement and strength and vitality in your life. The King and Queen of Wands can be quite psychic and quite full of magic. That's how they see you, as this very sexy, passionate, fiery person, or that brings that side of them out. They also see you as a very giving and generous person with the Six of Pentacles. Now, they might have thought at one point that you gave to more than one person. That's possible. I have a Three of Swords here, but I don't see other cards that necessarily indicate a love triangle. But they might have seen you as a person that did want a lot of control and wanted to be the one giving, perhaps out of obligation, but that you did want equal give and take. I like the way they see you. You seem to see them as struggling. What this person really truly wants, how they really truly feel, the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So this person may have an object for you. They may have a message for you. This person may be starting something new that they're manifesting in their life. They might feel vulnerable. In this deck, this person looks rather vulnerable in receiving or delivering a message. They might need to hear or receive something in order to let this go, or they're trying to start something new with you or in another part of their life, maybe. And they are letting go of things that no longer serve them. I could interpret this as a person who's not been great with money and now they have to go get a new job and they feel like a newbie in the situation. Like, oh, I haven't been good with my resources and now I have to work or I have to do something new and I might feel vulnerable. I could interpret it that way too. I just heard that message just now. So that might be true for just a few of you. A child could be involved. This person could be having a hard time getting to see the kids, maybe as well, if that's happening, if family is coming out. But the Four of Pentacles in reverse is where we shed the old. We lose something that's very hard for us to let go of. Look at him. He's really hanging on to this. This person has had to let something go so that they can manifest something new. So I do think they still want to manifest something that is at least productive with you, but they might have to let go of something else in their life in order to do that. Hidden factors. The Four of Wands in reverse to the Seven of Swords in reverse. So definitely in a place of transition. A Four of Wands is a foundation and a homecoming. It can often be the foundation of a home. So someone might be moving out, someone might be relocating, someone might be very much in a place of transition. There could be some conflict between you and this person, or just in general with other parts of your lives, family, or whatever. Someone really needs to focus on personal celebrations and inner harmony before they can create a stability with you or themselves. Like, I don't see that someone here doesn't want to get together, or they're disassembling this foundation. And, because in this picture, it's like she's putting the flowers up there. They're putting on the final touches. So in the reverse, maybe they're taking it apart. Someone does feel guilty here. The Seven of Swords is where we get caught, or we catch ourselves and maybe we cheat ourselves, we kid ourselves, some secrets have been kept, a crisis of identity is happening. Someone does feel somewhat guilty about the fact that there has not been stability here, or that there needs to be this deconstruction and there's conflict. Final outcome is a little odd. I don't see this card combination very often. The Devil to the Sun. There's a couple different ways classically to interpret this. One of the ways to interpret this, but I don't think it fits with the rest of the reading, but the most clear way that I usually interpret this is we're caving into desire and materialism in a very blissfully ignorant kind of way. It can also be acting now and worrying about the consequences later. But another way I can look at this, and I think this is the way I want to interpret it, is really seeing overall with true clarity and understanding from like the 5D versus the 3D, because the devil is very much about what's happening here on earth. And the sun is sort of like the divine shining a light on everything and giving us clarity. I think you're feeling a lot of duality here about this situation. Um, I think that you do feel somewhat chained and bound. I think there has been quite of a sense of materialism. This might be act now and worry about the consequences later. But I see that you're trying to free yourself and have a lot of clarity about possibly someone else's issues, maybe even yours, and trying to get away from them. But I feel like it's this greater sense of understanding about what's happening for you spiritually versus what's happening here for you in the 3D, which is why there are obstacles. These are the obstacles. Someone could be very indulgent and childish, and you might be having to deal with that. I don't think it's happening on your end. It might be happening on your person's end. I clarified the devil, and I got the hermit, Virgo here, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo. I got the hermit, and I got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Not sure who this Queen of Swords in reverse is. It could be you. It could be your person. Hell, it could be another person that's involved somewhere that you're thinking about even, or that, another person involved in your life or in their life. But I'm interpreting it as one of you. I think someone here will really be searching their soul and spending a lot of time alone because they need to come up with a good solution moving forward. The Queen of Swords is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, divine feminine energy, but the Queen of Swords is a solution. And the Queen of Swords is very independent and has very unbiased judgment and has full mental clarity. Her mental health is on point. She has very clear boundaries and she's great at communication. In the reverse, it's a situation where we're feeling a little cold and we're feeling a little cut off and we're feeling easily influenced by our emotions and overly emotional in a situation where we really need to stay smart and detached and have clear boundaries and be in our head. So, you or your person might just really need to spend some time alone to think of a good solution to this because clearly somebody is chained and bound. One of these energies is chained and bound, and the other one is free. And if you're in a situation that's been somewhat hedonistic and you have not been worrying about the consequences, this is falling prey to desire and being blissfully ignorant and caving into things that aren't always great for us. Or it could just mean there's a Capricorn with a Leo moon or something that you're involved with. But I think you will be thinking a lot about this and thinking a lot about, do I want to operate in this devil energy? Or do I want to operate with clarity and continue to have warmth and vitality and freedom? And how can I come up with a good solution? Or if someone is struggling and being withdrawn and having some mental health issues, or you might be spending a lot of time scratching your head about the way someone communicated with you and hurt your feelings in some way, or rethinking the way you've communicated with someone, I see you working this devil energy out and kind of doing this what does it all mean kind of ending here for you. If you yourself can get this devil in reverse where you face any indulgences and anything that is not good for you and detach from a shadow side, definitely keep this clarity. Definitely keep this hermit energy for yourself too, where you go on that solo spirit walk and you really think about, you search your soul and think about any time that maybe you didn't communicate clearly, or maybe your mental health wasn't the best, or this hermit's kind of shining a light on this Queen of Swords, like, are you okay? What's going on here? Where's your discernment? You might just need to spend some time alone finding discernment or realizing that this person might be struggling in some way as well. I think that with this lantern here and with the sun, a lot of that will become clear in the next couple days. That ending really blew me away. I was like, that's a card combo I haven't seen in a while. You guys are really deep. But you guys just keep up with the expansion. All this major arcana here is really strong, really healthy, really beautiful. Um, as long as you're not clinging to old ways and you're not staying in a relationship that's unconventional, that you're not happy with just to avoid tension. I don't think that's what's going on here, though. I think you're breaking out of a contract and not wanting to deal with tension here. And just address the broken heart, too, because someone's feeling hurt and rejected. Acknowledge your own feelings as well and any triangulations that are going on. All right, Sagittarius, that's your reading from the 2nd through the 2nd, 3rd through the 4th or whatever. Yeah, this first couple days in August. I hope it resonates with you, and I do hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me. If you want to work with me personally, the link to my website to schedule is in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sag. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.